Yes, how is everyone doing? Welcome back to the Kings of the Bridge. Jem will be here in about 15-20 minutes. She's just got a couple of things to sort out. But in the meantime, you've got yours truly. So I hope everyone is doing well. Yes, I've got my boiler sorted now. So sorry we weren't able to put a match preview out yesterday. My boiler decided to pack up literally whilst it was -3 here, and it took about 14 hours to try and get someone out. So, anyways, enough about me though. We have a game today, if anyone really cares at the moment, with the circus which has been built around our club at the moment. Thanks to yours truly, Clear Lake, for doing this. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a weird atmosphere, I think, this game today. We're going to figure out, obviously, who we feel is going to be in the lineup. Well, if there's any point, I mean, we've got the lineup coming in 15 minutes. So we can then just run through it then, actually. So I probably don't need the lineup builder. But I hope all of you are well. I hope you had a really good Saturday and a good Sunday so far. Louis, good to see you, mate. I hope you're well. Who we got here? Gaming Mad. We'll get beat today. And I don't think you're far wrong from that. I think the mentality at the moment isn't good, and I don't think it's going to be a nice game for us. GT, I hope you're well, mate. Yeah, we'll see what's happened, but I hope you're well. We've got AFC Matt. Matt, look, I know you're an Arsenal fan, but you seem to be one of the only Arsenal fans, if I could ever say this, who seems quite impartial to everyone's opinion. So hope you're well, mate, as well. We've got Tiffany saying, no Caicedo, no manager. I don't see how we get something out of this. I hope I'm wrong. And you know what, Tiffany? I completely forgot Caicedo was out for today. So brilliant. But yeah, I think this is a really tough game. And I feel for, is it Callum? What a situation for him to be in, to be honest. This is a lose-lose. And I think this is why it's so much more important for us as fans to, regardless of the noise which is going around with what Clear Lake have done, we have to support the boys as much as we can. I know we feel that the season's over and it's capitulated, but I think we need to be there and, defend them as the underdogs as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Chelsea, big up, mate. I hope you're well. Don't remind me. Yeah, I didn't know about that either. We'll get dominated today. Well, I think we're going to see. I mean, obviously, the lineup's going to be out very soon. I don't have Twitter on my computer, so if anyone says the lineup's out, let me know and I can get it shared shortly. So, category, you're saying that Cucurella is going to be out too. Well, then it's obviously, I think we're going to have Gusto on the left then, if that's the case, because I assume Hatta will be out too. Goddo Frogs, we could have been in a competition if they showed some more ambitions with signings. You're not wrong there. And I think this is what the frustration is with everything, regardless if the manager was good enough or not. I think even if you had a top manager, I think it'd be very hard for them to compete. And I think just from my view, obviously, we're not going to go too much into the Maresca saga now because it's been and gone. We've got to move on. But that was my kind of opinion for the reason why I wanted him to stay, because I felt that out of the kind of positions or the managerial positions we had so far, obviously I know Tuchel, etc., but he was really kind of the one which I felt fit that model to a T, really, until we kind of got further with him. Clearly, he was expecting more, like Sir Poch, etc., wanting that, and they just didn't get it. So, yeah. I want to see Esteval and Palmer at least. We have to now, surely. I believe what it is, though. I don't think this under-21s coach is going to do anything different. Excuse me. I think he is going to stick with what Maresca had before. I think Pedro is going to be on the right. I think it's going to be Garnacho on the left. I don't think Esteval is going to be playing. I think Josh has a good chance to start. I mean, I thought he struggled a little bit on the right last game. If you ask me, I didn't think he had the best games. But look, he's got to be starting soon, and we'll see. I mean, obviously Rossini is going to be coming in soon, so we can only time will tell with it. But we can get the likes of Mark Keller to try and block it. hopefully that'll happen. But I think it's all done now. I think what's interesting is that I was speaking to a few people yesterday, like Reinhard and stuff like that, and Chris Cross, and what was really and Daly, etc. What was really interesting was what they were saying about this whole Mark Keller thing. Is that could just be like an internal PR thing that they're actually trying to make out that look like Strasbourg, your director is really trying to fight for this as much as possible. But maybe it's something that it's Clear Lake trying to just push this PR thing in the background to try and say, look, your director is trying to fight for this as much as possible. So it then means the heat's not on him as much. I don't know. But the problem is with all these briefs, you dig so much into it, you create your own opinions anyways from it. Ange, Queen Ange is here. I hope you are well. And I hope you had a good weekend so far. And hopefully we'll get the 3 points for you, Ange. Louis saying, do you think Callum plays similar to Maresca today or changes the setup completely? I'm telling you, I think he's going to just stick to whatever Maresca had before. That's my opinion. You try and change it now. I think it's just, it's not necessarily suicidal, but I think it's something where I just think until Rossini comes in for the next game, I think you might as well just not change anything. The players know the systems. They know what positions they should be in. They know where to play in transition. They know when they need to be in the defensive phase, what to do. So I don't think they're going to change too much. I thought Jem and Matt were doing the live. Yeah, well, Jem's going to be here soon, and he is here actually now. So he's just doing a few bits in the background, but he will be here, and he's here now.
How we doing, everyone? Big up the Kings of the Bridge community. Hope you're all good. What we were saying, everyone smash the likes. If we ain't got the likes up and you haven't hit the like, then why haven't you? Remember, guys, we need the likes. We need we share him. We need you to help us support this channel a lot because we've got a lot of plans going into it. We've got a game today, which I'll be quite honest, I haven't got any interest in, and it's Man City, and it's a really weird thing to say because I don't expect anything. We have no Caicedo, we have no Cucurella. Obviously, we're going to know the lineups in the next 5 minutes from now as well. But yeah, Matt, really and truly, it's one of them, isn't it? It's one of them where I don't really know what to. I'm not expecting a lot because of what. Where we're at and what we have currently now. So
and this is what I was saying to the guys before you joined. It's that it's a very weird game that it's kind of like, I think even with Maresca here anyways, it was going to be a tough ask. And I think because of the previous results we're getting, that I felt regardless if Maresca was in it or not, I think we would all been kind of, let's try. But I think now what's happened with the circus, it's just a really difficult game. And to be honest, is anything gonna really happen today? Probably not. But look, we're here as Chelsea fans, so supporting the team that we love, and we want to make sure we can try as hard as we can. But at the same time, do I expect anything? No.
What do I expect? No Caicedo and Cucurella, two very important players in a big game like against Man City. What I'm interested to see is how he lines us up. Does he could do the Maresca type of thing, which is playing Reece James in the middle, bringing Gusto in? I don't think he can do that because I don't even know if Hato's on the bench. I don't even know if he's available. So that limits us from a fullback's perspective, which means you're probably going to want your actual out-and-out fullbacks to play. So what's he going to do without Moises Caicedo, Romeo Lavia available in this game today? Are we going to see Enzo Fernandez be the one that's asked to play deeper now, rather than what we've seen under Maresca? Would it be a pivot between him and Santos where, Enzo doesn't go forward whatsoever and he's trying to help us build up play from deep, potentially? Maybe. I don't know, but
saying that he's available. Sorry, Jem. So Hato is available.
Hato is available.
Yeah.
Well, is he going to play Hato? Maybe he does, and then goes Reece James in the middle, Gusto at the back. He hasn't really got that many options, and the reason for it is because we're very limited in the midfield again. And this is why I don't really hold much high hopes. This is the one game where, people want to moan about their agendas of players not playing well or not doing things. This is just not the game for it, in my opinion. They've just lost the manager out of the blue because of disagreements in the hierarchy between our own manager and the board above. Like, this isn't the time. You know what I mean? For me, it's about, can they put a performance on? I would be happy with a draw. If we can somehow walk away from this game with a draw behind us, I'd be happy. If we win this game, I'd be in shock, to be quite honest with you. I don't know how we...
But it wouldn't put it past Chelsea to do it, though. That's the thing. It's a typical Chelsea thing that out of the blue that they could come out with a result, and we're just like,
of course it would.
Where's that come from?
Not that they can't win this game, because I don't think Man City defensively are that good, you know? So why are people saying Sanchez out? What's going on here?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
1 second, because I need to see what's going on now.
Well, whilst you're looking at that, so if you're looking at the Premier League table at the moment, we're currently in 6th. Brentford are on the same points as us. Fulham are also on the same points as us. So,
do you mean Sanchez is out? Is this a joke?
Oh no, is it out? Is the team out?
No, I haven't seen the tweet. Who's put the tweet to say about Sanchez being out?
Absolute Chelsea breaking news. Robert Sanchez is absent versus Man City due to a small muscle injury. He'll be back for Fulham.
Oh wow!
And who would have thought that us going, oh shit, with Sanchez out? So that's credit to him.
Let me also add to it as well. Wesley Fofana has a fever and is absent as well. Wesley Fofana has a fever and he's absent. Robert Sanchez is out. We have no Caicedo and Cucurella. And I'm not even joking, guys. This is not even a joke. Look, it's there. Breaking news. Fofana and Wes out as well. That's just fucking mad. That's mad. Generally, I don't know what to say no more. This is coming.
I'm just going to say one thing, and I might sound a little bit like Carlito for saying stuff like this, because I know he's very much like, look, you're grown men, you're professionals. Look, I know everyone gets ill. It's this time of year, there's flus or whatever. I don't like that sort of thing. That, to me, looks like you've kind of hid behind it and you don't want to play in these big games. In my opinion, that might be making me sound a bit cynical for saying that, but when you've got a bit of a flu...
Lineup's out. The lineup's out. The lineup's out. Does everyone want to know what the lineup is? Make sure you're smashing the like, share it out. As always, we're going over to it for you guys. Yeah, we've got a laugh right now.
Yeah, well, that's funny. Here we go.
Okay, so are you ready for this one?
Oh, no.
There it is.
No Santos.
The most brightest thing about this lineup is that he's playing Esteval and Neto and Palmer and Gel. Like attack-wise, I would say we might have a chance. Yeah, just from the attack. But then, like the midfield, Enzo and James, what's going to be asked them? I think that's going to be a double pivot, a deeper double pivot. Achapong on the right, I don't think it's the worst thing, but I don't think he had his greatest game.
That's what
last time I see him out over there. Jorgensen hasn't played in so long. Gusto's at left back. And then you've got fucking Badia, Chill, and Chalobah in the middle. And we saw what happened at Aston Villa. So...
yeah, I think like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Chelsea. I think, like you were saying, Jem, the attack looks good. Like to me, I think that's positive because I was worried they're going to use Garnacho again. I think seeing what Esteval even did on the left, it just showed that he needs to be in the team in some capacity. So I'm happy for that. Joao, yeah, you know, out of the two at the moment, Delap's just not. I know he's come back from injury. He's just not doing anything for me. Joao out of the two would prefer. I'm a little surprised at Santos not being in the team, though. I thought if you were going to have, I mean, obviously, again, it must be the physicality point. Kind of similar to what we did with Newcastle, where, again, we had Caicedo and James. But I'm surprised that Santos wasn't there and maybe James went at right back, because who is on their left-hand side currently? It's not Shirky, is it? Or Shirky on the right?
Who's even playing for them? I've not even seen. I don't even know what their lineup is yet. It's not come out. But either way, it's going to be a pretty strong lineup, isn't it?
Man City starting. Oh no, that's hang on. So I'm just trying to find it. Where's the Man City one? Jesus Christ. Yeah, a lot of people are coming out saying about Wesley Fofana, by the way. Like, I think that's a cop-out. If saying fever Like, look, if you're ill, I get it, but I know we're on different.
Hopefully, Haaland has got a fever.
Oh, so here we go.
Rodri's
So
playing. Yeah.
Donnarumma, Nunes, Diaz, Gvardiol, O'Reilly, Rodri, Bernardo, Reinders, Foden, Shirky, Haaland. So I assume
Who's their midfield?
Rodri, and Bernardo. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who else?
Rodri and Bernardo and Reinders. It's a 4-3-3. It looks like to me, or a 4. So I assume would Foden be on the left? I can't remember if it's Foden on the left or Shirky on the left. I wonder if they played action point today. Say, look, no, we are keeping him because we're playing him against you. So don't go for him. Yeah, I mean, last final words, obviously, on famous words, me saying about Rodri being back. He might not do as much. Doku's not playing. Yeah.
Doku's not playing. Let's just forfeit 3-0. Listen, guys, the only glimpse of hope that I see in this team is the fact that attacking wise, if everything goes to plan and we play to the level we need to, we can score. There's a way that we can score. With Neto, Esteval, Palmer and João Pedro, I think we can score. I think midfield wise, they're going to have to stay deep, protect this defense, because defensively, I am scared. But I'm not going to lie. Like, I have no hope. People know how I feel about our centre backs and everything else, but I don't have that confidence,
It sounds crazy. Obviously, it's done now. But if Maresca was here and we just had a couple more wins, I would be, even with this team, I would have been confident because how we play against the larger teams. But because of everything which has gone on and how you imagine that we're feeling as fans, imagine what they think internally, like playing as well. They're probably, their heads are all over the shop. They probably got all their agents on the phones, probably thinking, what the fuck's going on? Like, it's just, it's all a mess. And I think we'll wait, obviously, until the end of the result today and we'll see what happens. But all that's going to do is fuel the fire for the owners to be on the owners for what's going on at the moment.
Yeah. It's...
Someone said Haaland's going to get a double hat-trick. And after now seeing Jorgensen in goal, he's bloody happening. Well, look, Jorgensen, you were moaning about game time. This is your time to shine, son. So, Sanchez has done a lot for Chelsea so far this season. I can't believe I'm even saying that. But he's done really well this year. So he's got to fill his boots. And obviously, even if it's for one game and it makes that one game mean you're going to go on the shop window and have a highlight reel to then make another club go for you, you better perform.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just literally lining out the team at this moment on more of like a visual for us to quickly have a look. Obviously, Chalobah's there. The Fofana thing. Talk about the Fofana thing. I think we need to.
Yeah, I mean, to me, look. I think I can mention if you got fever, like, people can be ill. I get that, but I mean, this is just me being cynical. I don't like to see that sort of thing. That to me shows you're hiding, in my opinion, because you got the likes of Enzo Fernandez putting a jab in his, groin area for months to play. You got a bit of a fever.
Well, Enzo Fernandez has had a knee injury for most of this season, and he's still having to play.
And that's not just Enzo as well. There's probably other players. Like, look at Cucurella.
João Pedro, Cucurella, Moises Caicedo.
I say you got a flu and you can't play. Come on, done. I've had, yes, you've had a few good games, but to be fair, the last few you've had have been quite shit, to be honest. So
yeah. This is the lineup, guys, for the Man City game. Wesley Fofana's been confirmed out with the sniffles, which is, I have no words. Don't even get me started. It sounded more like Christensen with his belly cramps and, period pains. You know what I mean? And Sanchez apparently has a small muscular injury. That can happen, right? Something in training might have irritated it. He has played a lot of football. Jorgensen in goal, collectively from corners and whatever else worries me, commanding wise. Is he okay on the ball? Yes, he is to a degree. I'm hoping that his rustiness is not shown in this game, but we're going to have to wait and see. And then I look at the back four, and I just don't see any leadership. I see players playing out of position. I see an absolute calamity when I look at this defence. Generally, other than Chalobah, who's probably comfortable in Badiashile in their positions. Josh on the right wing, a right back, Gusto. Josh might be able to have a good game here because if it's Foden on the left He ain't going to. He's not like Doku. He's not going to go into one-on-one battles and try and get around you and beat you. Right? That's where it's. That's where I. I don't think there will be an issue. Gusto, I think, can do a job there, but again, very limited in how he wants to play. My question is, when we have the ball and we go forward, what does he do in our attack? Does he stick to the Maresca way and ask Enzo to go next to Palmer? So we see more like this again, where we like that in attack. And then, like Louis just said there about the midfield, it's going to leave us open. Fernandes, James midfield is again going to get run through more than. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it could be something like that.
So I assume, does that mean Gusto's, and if we're sticking to the same system, obviously what
maybe
would that mean Gusto's and
maybe he comes in, maybe it's more like a back three on the ball, so that when we go forward, we have Gusto tucking in to give protection in the midfield and numbers, like what Louis is saying there. We're a lot more stable like that, don't get me wrong. Or is it a case that we're playing with a traditional back four because we can't afford to have that, and we're playing with a traditional pivot, which means Enzo Fernandez in this game, his focus is not to be in the attack as much. It's more to cover spaces, help get around as much as he can, and when he wins the ball, help us transition quick into the attack where we've got Palmer, Esteval, Neto, and João Pedro. Because that's the one thing I know he will be able to do from a deeper point. Yes, defensively, people don't like it, and I understand it. But if we get him on the ball in space, and he's got Palmer and Esteval and Neto and that making runs, you've got someone that's now going to be able to feed them in, maybe play balls in behind and whatever else. This is why we need the pressure today, Matt, in all honesty, is on our attack. It is the full pressure for me. And it's not something that I can even say we can be confident in, because our attacks let us down so much. This is why the confidence levels are low. But this is the type of game where I look at our attack and I go, Palmer, Esteval, Neto, João Pedro, this is your time to shine, man. If there is ever a game where when we actually have moments where we have the ball and we try and attack, that we need you to step up, and take your chances or make chances, or at least make us competitive. This is going to be that game now. And the reason I say that is because why Ange says there, City are hoping to get multiple goals. City will probably score this game. Let's be serious. They will find a way to get 1 or 2 goals, which means the only way that we're going to get a point in this game, or even draw, fuck the defense and whatever you think of the midfield, is our attack taking their chances when we create them. Because the one thing Man City are not good at doing is defensive. They're not strong defensively. We can hurt them. We can go in behind with this attack and make things happen. Really, we really can. But this is why I'm saying the pressure for me is on our attack more than anything today.
What my worry is really as well is for Man City, this is a must-win game because they're 7 points behind as well. So we're not playing a City who are X amount of points ahead. And of course, you're going to have that mindset, look, we've got to win every single game. Pep's going to be going on and saying, look, we're 7 points behind. This is a must-win game. And that attitude will change. And, the likes of City, they're killers. They're not a sort of team like us where we kind of crumble under pressure. They're the sort that they thrive in it and actually really go to that level. So that to me that's why I'm concerned. I'm very much concerned about the back line. I really am. I know there's a few people who are, in favour of Badiashile. I really am just not at all. People say he's got good passing. Anytime I've seen him on the ball, the amount of passes he misplaced to Cucurella, not interested. And you're trying to get confidence out the back. They're going to be on Jorgensen immediately. Badiashile's going to hide behind the system. Probably Chalobah's going to hide behind the system. And it's just, that to me, like you were saying, keep the ball away from that back line as much as you can. So someone's saying, Yellow Flash saying Josh is a centre-back. He's actually a right-back. He's probably merged into we've seen him in centre-back because of Gusto and James. But originally when we didn't have Gusto, I think, again, everyone correct me if I'm wrong, Achimpong was the one in the wings who was very much like the Reece James at Aspilicueta. But then obviously what was happening, Reece James just excelling so much. And then Reece James got injured and we felt that maybe Achimpong wasn't ready. So that's why we then brought Gusto. But
Badiashile has fans.
Yes, and one of them is Benji. So
yeah, where is Benji? He had a good laugh with him last time round. Badiashile assist to Haaland.
Oh God.
I don't know what to. I mean, honestly, I'm going to keep saying it. I rely on the attack today. If the attack, this is the day where if we're ever going to get a point or maybe win if we're lucky in this game, it's going to be on them up front. They have to be on their game today. We have to see them on their game today. I can't rely on this defense because Man City, I think, are going to create and they're probably going to open us up. And I'm not shocked if they do because that I feel could possibly happen, right? Especially when you've got players playing out of position, a young right back, Badiashile and Chalobah, we saw against Aston Villa, lack of communication, lack of concentration. I can't rely on that. The midfield, I'm going to assume is going to be Enzo and James playing as deep as possible just to try and give some sort of protection and help break up play from these attacks that Man City do. And then the rest of what's in front of them, Neto, Palmer, Esteval, and João Pedro, as soon as we get the ball to them, they've got to make shit happen, man. Between the four of them, they've got to somehow really cause as many problems as as possible. But also, when we create the moments, you have to take them moments because we will. They're not that good defensively. They ain't. They will always give us chances. It's just the worry is, how many goals are we going to concede to what we need to score? Can we just be a little bit good defensively? Have a blinder defensively to allow our attack to actually take the chances, and that's something that I don't have much confidence in because we're not seeing it of recent, So
you'd love to think that it would just be one of those off games for City. What I don't want to happen is then all of a sudden everyone's going to pile in on Enzo, everyone's going to pile, and even like me saying everyone's going to pile in on one single player. To be honest, I think today anything can happen because of what's happened in this last week or so. So if anyone's going to do fail comps on whatever players, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think they're all feeling the same. They're all probably very fragile at the moment. You look at Paul Fofana; he's got the flu probably from being so run down. So yeah, I think it's just one of these games. I think none of us know what's going to happen, but I think everyone's going to understand what's going to happen in the first 10 minutes of the game. I think you're going to really see in terms of how we're going to play. Are we going to play very timid and just hide behind the system and just try and keep ball at the back and make sure they don't get it? And then when we go on attack, we just try to bomb it forward. Or is it going to be something that City are just going to be absolutely pinging it past us and they get some clear chances at the beginning?
I mean, fair play to Callum, right? He hasn't gone into reversal mode where it's like, let me just put 5, 6, 7, 8 defenders on the pitch, right? He could. Is Hato on the bench, by the way? I've not seen who's on the bench.
Hato's on the bench today.
Who else is on the bench? Just out of interest. Hato, Garnacho, Gittins, Santos.
Delap. Merrick, Selena, Tosin, Hato, Santos, Garnacho, Gittins, Delap, Guiu.
So when you look at when you look at that bench from an attacking point of view, everything's there. Like we can change it so many times if we need to change it, right? Defensively, we've got Tosin. That's it, and Hato, right? He didn't choose to go down the route of going into like a back five and just hoping that
he could have really put, tail between his legs, sort of.
No, he's gone out there and said, "Listen, we're going to play. If we're going to lose, we're going to go and play our game," and that's 100%. The difference. He's gone like, at the end of the day, that's all I can really ask from a manager at this point is to set us up the best that he can possibly can with what he has. And when you look at Fofana being out and fucking Sanchez and Moises Caicedo and Cucurella, the only argument you may probably have is we could have probably had is Hato left back and Gusto right, which would have been a bit more natural, right, in terms of their positions, because they're used to playing in them roles. But he hasn't done that, so that's the only thing where I'm like, okay, maybe he's gone in. What's going here? Yeah, where's my more low key fuming? What?
You need to make Ange a mod.
I thought she was already a mod.
Well, yeah, I thought so yesterday. Maybe it was on her because she has 2 accounts.
She has 2 accounts, doesn't she?
I wonder if it was on the old account.
Both. I'm sure I made her a mod already.
I think you're right though with the lineup though, because we could have easily have had a lineup where it was Garnacho on the left and then Neto on the right, which I thought was going to happen. I thought he thought, you know what, I can't change this. But fair play to him for doing that, because, like you said, hopefully with this well, at least with this team, you can see that he has tried to go for it. And I don't think anyone today, if they get on the team at all, I think we're all very much, if anything goes wrong, I think we're all in general consensus here that it's all on the ownership for the shit show noise that they've created through this last couple of weeks. I can't believe Brentford are 3-0 up.
No way.
And I remember Brentford.
Tottenham to win.
Tottenham winning 1-0.
Tottenham winning. Who are Brentford playing?
Brentford are playing Everton 3-1. Sorry.
No, I had Everton
we
to win that.
remember Brentford. They got gutted. They got all their best players got taken out this year, and I thought they were a banker to go down. But it just shows that they had all their players stripped away, and they brought in X amount of players. They had their set piece coach. I think it's their new set piece coach is now their manager, and we thought they were bound to go down. They're on the same point as Chelsea. Have that for your stats, clearly.
Yeah. It could be quite. It could be quite. I've done it for you, Ange. Anyway, you're all good. It could be quite shit for us after today if we end up losing this game, which I think most people feel probably will be the case. You know, there will be people sitting there thinking, you know, that we're defensively, we're everywhere. You know, Jorgensen's not played for a long time. Going to be very rusty against the Man City and Haaland. But I keep saying it. We have to create chances with the attack that we have. They're going to play their game. We know what their game is. Possession-based football, you know, try and break us down, get in behind the pockets. If we can somehow break up the play, win the ball, and get the balls moving. This is why if Enzo Fernandez or Reece James, because they can both do it, if they are the deepest two, which I think they maybe, I will be shocked today if Enzo's playing in a 10 role. I'll be quite honest with you. I think it's going to be a double pivot. I think he's going to be a bit deeper, and I think it's going to be about him getting the ball and playing the balls into Palmer and Neto and Esteval and whoever quickly, so that we can transition quickly with the attack. And then between the four of them, how we move forward to try and make the chances is when it's just on them. You know, they're going to have to be clinical. They're going to have to find ways to really make us competitive, right? That's what I think. Maybe he does play this sort of Maresca way where he's asking Enzo to be attacked, but I just don't look at it and think that he would leave Reece James on his own in the midfield against Man City, right? That's just criminal. Do you know what I mean? So big up Mike in the chat as well. Boffy, Connor, how you doing, man? Guys, make sure you're hitting the likes, please, man. Please hit the likes in the chat if you can. We're nearly half hour away. No, how far away? An hour away, just under an hour away from kickoff. You know, I'm not confident. I wasn't confident. I've kind of gone into this game kind of a bit like, yeah, it is what it is. But at the same time, I've seen the lineup now. And I really do think that if we create enough chances, we might be lucky to get a point or maybe even win this game if we convert the chances we make, you know, because I do think with Man City, the one thing they always allow you to do is have opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Because they're just defensively not solid. They're going to play high. They're going to allow the spaces in behind. You know, they're going to try and dominate you possession-wise. Try and get in behind. With the attack that we have there, try and get in behind and try and create moments, create chances to allow us to be competitive. If we can't do that, and the attack's not able to break through, or we're losing the ball in silly places, or they're not passing the ball, and all this shit will look disjointed, then we're going to lose. It's going to be 2-3-0 loss, I'm telling you now. Maybe even more.
I mean, in your opinion, Jem, like and the guys and everyone in the chat as well, like, if we do lose, do you feel, look, I don't want to lose. I've never been one of those people that I want the team to lose. But if we do lose, all it's going to do is hopefully create more of a noise to make more people join the protest. And that's not me saying I'd like to lose, but all it's going to do is just build that narrative more, saying, look at the mess you've created. We had a chance. And now, you know, because if you're looking at the moment, Liverpool 1-1, we wouldn't have gone in top four anyways. Vert scored as well. Fantastic.
I know the answer to that. I wouldn't want him to just come in and be our main manager. I don't think that would be the case. Could he be an interim to the end of the season if we were serious because we wanted to try and get a different type of manager with the experience and whatever? Maybe I would look at that. You know, we're hearing the stories today that Rosner is being blocked from going Chelsea by their president anyway. So how true all that is, we'll wait and see. But maybe it comes to the case that if they can't get an agreement with Strasbourg, because let's be serious, there's only one manager they're trying to get, because they're so predictable. It's ridiculously how predictable our fucking sporting directors are. Then maybe they look at giving him longer time and whatever else. And hopefully, if that is the case, that he can, really make something happen with what he has and, the players that we have, and try and just find some sort of rhythm so that we can start winning games again. Because that's what really ultimately we all care about it, is yes, we want the stability and the right manager who understands every player's, role in the team and whatever. But in these type of moments when you've got an interim that could potentially be at the end of the, going to the end of the season, the only thing you ask them to do is to try their best to try and make us mostly making us most competitive as possible, where we're going into games and we're competing and we're playing to a level and playing for the badge, because that's what I want them to be doing. I don't know. Like this whole manager thing's a bit of a mess at the moment. Would you like to lose or not? We will lose today. Look at the back line. Whether you'd like to lose or not, we'll lose today. Look at the back line. I kind of like Couch. Me and you, we don't. This is one thing we've always see eye to eye on when it comes to this. So this isn't really a, the discussion for me and you. But in terms of Matt, I don't even think Matt's confident. Are you defensively with what we have?
I'm just, anytime I see Badiashile in the team, there's no confidence at all. Like I've always said, Chalobah needs a dance partner who then calms him down. I don't think he works very well trying to be a leader in the back line. And like you mentioned, there is no leaders in that back line, whether it's the keeper or, anyone in that back line. You need a leader to kind of keep everyone calm. And what I don't like is Badiashile hides behind the system. Gusto can hide behind the system as well. But I just find Chalobah needs someone there, like a Fofana, who will just calm it down. Because Fofana seems to kind of just assert himself and be like, right, this is how we're playing today. Badiashile, I just find just hides. He's been shit really ever since he came back from all his multiple injuries.
We lose 10-0. Mike, Jesus Christ.
What are your thoughts? Have you heard about, obviously, it's laughable that they've tried to make out that they've gone for multiple managers, but obviously there's noise about Felipe Luis is the other candidate that they're looking at.
Where was that news? Because I've not seen it. Who was even saying
that? The reason why...
Who was even saying that news about Felipe Luis?
I can't remember, but I think obviously I'm sure like pies.
I'll be honest with you, Matt, it's got to the point now where I think we're all not stupid when it comes to these sporting directors and board, and they're very predictable in the way that they move. And with what is available around them still, managers that are out there that are slightly more experienced or a lot more experienced than someone like Rosner, the one thing we already know is that they don't look at experience, they don't look at trophies, they don't look at your CV and look at your overall qualities in terms of leading a squad. They just look at the potential in people, like they do with players. They do the same with a manager. They want potential FC. They want someone that's going to come in and become the next Sir Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, fucking Ancelotti. That's what it feels like. We've got a tweet from Dodgers, have we? Let's have a quick look. And this is why I keep saying I don't trust these sporting directors to make the right decisions. If you want to get rid of Maresca for internal issues, fine. But what is it that you're going to do next to progress us, right? That's the big thing for me. Where is the what's he tweeted? I don't see anything here. I'm looking now. What's he tweeted? Sunderland. Who was Sunderland playing?
Tottenham.
And they scored. Dodgers tweeted about Felipe Luis. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't understand what we were referring to there. But yeah, I hear you. Brother, you've asked me the same question 400 times. I've explained it to you, man. That's like the 10th time. Put the same question in the chat, brother. Come on. I've explained it. Literally.
Well, I think that it's very clear why there's a delay, is that they probably realised that they thought it would be easy as they could to try and get Rossini over, and they realised that there's a potential backlash, whether it's from the director or I think it's trying to find someone to get in position for Strasbourg. They've only got themselves to blame. Sorry, I got my dogs in the background there.
I want to say, Matt, look, our fucking manager, man. Look at him. Our fucking manager. Let's go. You know, who knows what he's? Who knows
you earlier?
what he's capable?
What?
I don't get where the fuck. That's just why I said, what are you talking about?
He looks fucking like he has got the world on his shoulders.
He looks like
God, he's not slept.
Look at him. He looks like that's the picture of someone that's just depressed, isn't it? Like, I don't even want to be here, man.
It was like, you at 4 o'clock in the morning on that on the live the other day. We had to try and finish late.
Yeah, well, that was a good live. We're nearly at 2K views, and that was probably one of our biggest lives as well. It went really, really well. That, Jim, if we go, I'm not reading that yet. It's quite assistant. He's cold. This is what I'm saying. This is our fucking manager, guys. He's ready for the battle. Maybe this is his battle face, right? Maybe this is him being like, I'm just about to present you guys an absolute masterclass in 90 minutes on how you beat Man City. And this is his face. And if it is, we'll come back to this match preview with this picture talking about his potential masterclass ahead. It's either going to be a masterclass or it's going to be a disaster class.
Imagine he's about to do his team talk. The guys are all ready to go. Music's booming. Right, guys, turn the music down.
What does he even say to him? Like, you know, just give it your all, guys. Go out there,
have fun,
just play your game. I had not expected you to understand what I've always wanted you to do. This is why I kind of feel that he's going to stick to what they already know a little bit, if that makes sense, in terms of like how we play defensively and on the ball, because he hasn't had enough time to, even if he had different ideas, he hasn't had enough time to actually get them in a position to be like, this is what I want you to do, or this is how we're going to do it. Maybe he could have over like 1-2 training sessions, but you'd think the majority of the way that we're going to play is going to be very quite, what's the word? Like quite the same as what we saw in Maresca, right? Do you know what I mean? Slightly. He might ask Enzo Fernandez to be deeper. He might ask the fullbacks to not invert. You know, that might just be the instruction. But in terms of the overall system and, you know, how we're going to try and play, it might just look very similar in ways, you know.
So Florian Wirtz's goal was given. I don't know whether you guys can see this, but you can clearly see his foot is over the grass line. So you got the other defender is inside the grass line.
1 second. I'll look at this properly.
Yeah, it might be on there. I'll put the tweet on. It's Liam.
No, I'll just make it a bigger screen. 1 second.
Yeah, it's Liam Wilco obviously posted it, but yeah, it's just
wrong one. Not me.
Sorry, guys. I'm just mucking this up for everyone. I'm probably ruining.
I can't even move the screen. What's going on here?
It's all right. If everyone has a look on hang on. I'll post it. There you
go. Try that.
There you go. So can you see the defender? And it's really difficult to see actually.
That's very hard from that angle though, because how many times have we seen them type of moments, you know, where it's like,
oh, it's just a way for me to moan at Liverpool because I fucking hate them.
I'm not expecting too much. How am I expecting too much? I don't expect anything, but I'm trying to give us some sort of analysis to maybe how we could possibly get around this, maybe get a point or whatever, you know. And let's be serious. We could all probably sit here and say that attack is probably our best attack, right, on paper.
Well, it's probably what we've all been asking for a fair few weeks now. So,
you know, the only hope I see is that attack, right? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it probably is, Couch. It's probably the angle of it. Don't get me wrong. After seeing it there, this is why I said there's probably...
Couch, I just don't like Liverpool. So I just started clutching at straws.
I know, Badiashile, guys. I know, but the one thing I hope Badiashile could do today is just stay on Haaland. Like they're big, you know, it's like the clash of the Titans, isn't it? They're big they are. Do you know what I mean? Like, can he just be strong with him and, you know, just rustle him a little bit and whatever else and put pressure on the ball? If he turns him and gets behind, you might as well forget it.
Imagine if Tosin comes on to help out.
If he gets running in behind Badiashile, we're finished. Yeah, Badiashile ain't getting back for nothing. What Chubby Twins gonna bring up? Oh dear, guys. Oh dear. Well, anyway, score predictions, shall we? On this one?
So I think for what I'm hoping for, the only thing I can expect is us to try and get a draw. But I think we are going to get blown over 2-0. I don't think it could be. I don't think it could be high scoring, but I think I think it could either be we get like a 1-1 or something, or it'll be like a 2-0 to City.
3-1. Oh yeah, if he gets the win today, he'll probably get the Strasbourg job. Yeah.
He'd be like, no, no.
And also, I'm going to just say this. I'm only just going to say this because we're Chelsea fans. Arsenal won yesterday, fucking again, with their 3-2 bullshit. Which means that if Man City do lose to us today, they're going to be 8 points ahead, aren't they?
Yeah, there's 7
This
points
is not
behind
good as
them.
well. There's no good outcome to this. We either lose and it's not a good outcome. We either win and yes, I'll be happy, but then I'd think, oh fuck me, Arsenal are running away with this. Like there's just no way. There's no way forward where my mind isn't happy, you know?
Palace have run out of legs. They're losing 2-0. They've just gone down now. They've just got no legs left.
Who are they playing? Newcastle, yeah.
Newcastle.
Who scored? Who scored?
At the moment, I don't know who scored, but it's 2-0 at the moment. But again, looking at a lot of Newcastle fans, they've not been happy with the season at all. They're 1 point behind us. They've been fuming. They're almost were on track for on par with kind of when they were relegation form before. They're only 1 point behind us now.
Yeah, they went 2-0. Nick's on the bench as well, Fairs. Spurs Sunderland 1-0. Fucking hell.
What was your score then, Jem? What did you think the score was going to be?
I know. The only thing I would say that's good right now is Liverpool are not beating Fulham as well, which is another good thing. They will be pulling away from us otherwise. Do you know what I mean? Do you want me to go on my head or my heart or both?
Both. Oh man.
My heart says we can do. My heart says we're going to lose.
I'm just worried about what the head's going to be saying. That's the problem.
My heart says we're going to lose 2-0, at least 2-3-0 in this game. But my head's saying to me there's a chance that we might go and draw this 1-1 and get a draw.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking that if we can get a draw, fantastic. But I think it's a foregone conclusion, unfortunately.
And if we win, we'll be here.
It's the problem. Like it's not going to impact anything on this season because of what's happening. They're not going to get anyone in January, so we're going to be in the next. We're probably going to be against Fulham, and we're going to lose or draw, and it's just like when it's pointless.
My heart and balls are telling me we're getting bad. What's the arse saying? My arse is saying we're going to win 4-0. My arse is saying we're going to win. My head is saying we're going to draw. My heart's saying we're going to lose like 2-3-0. It's a mixed one.
Zach McFarlane if we lose. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ghost in Matt's house, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Fuck it, Sack McFarlane if we lose. This is the easiest, weakest City team. Is it, though? I mean, I haven't really looked at what was the lineup again? I'm going to have a look. What was this City lineup, quickly? Yeah, look at it properly.
What do you mean, Ange? Was there something in the background?
Yeah. A head just come on the corner. You got a ghost in there.
Well, I got my two dogs in there. Brilliant.
I mean, defensively, Nunes and O'Reilly, we can get at them. Ruben Diaz and Gavardi was probably their strongest centre backs. Rodri's back. He will just sit in the front of the defence, trying to mark Palmer. The only problem we've really got, really, for me, is Ryan does his runs. And Shirky getting too much of the ball to be able to create enough for Haaland and Foden, because I think Haaland and Foden will look at Shirky and Silva and go, we need to get them on the ball as much as possible to try and create. So if I'm the manager at Chelsea today, say I am Callum, like people keep saying, I say I am Callum, and I'm sitting there and I've just seen their lineup, I'd be saying to the boys, you gave it everything, man. No, I'm joking. I'll be saying, I'll be making sure Reece James completely marks Reinders out the game. I'll be asking Cole Palmer off the ball to be on Rodri's arse every time. Like, don't give him a minute. Just keep pressing him all the time. And Enzo Fernandez, I'd be like, deal with fucking Bernardo Silva, mate. He doesn't run anymore. If I like Enzo, you do me a favor, mate. Defensively, we know you're not good enough, but if you can just deal with Bernardo Silva for this game, mate, which I'm sure you can do, that'd be amazing. Do you know what I mean? And then defensively, I'll be saying to Chalobah and Badiashile, just stop being bozos for one game, man. Just one game. Just between the two of you, someone lead, and every time Haaland pulls away left or right, just talk to each other, support each other, double up on him if you have to. Don't let him get in behind because they're going to try and play balls in behind. And when he gets the ball facing, press him. Don't give him time on the ball. Make him have to like lose the ball, and then maybe Reece and Enzo can take the ball off him from the front. I'd be like, just don't give him time, you know, because they haven't got the width. Foden's not giving them width. Cherky's not giving them width. You know, these lot are not giving them width for me. So, are they going to be confident enough, Matt, to go and get Nunes and O'Reilly to go all the way to the other end to give them the width, leaving Esteval and Neto to just run at the back?
Not with both of them in there, no. So
and this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What could it be? It really could. It could work out right for us if the instructions correct.
Could be your last prediction, which
Igor Thiago is a striker. What, from Brentford?
Brentford, yeah. 4-1 now. Fucking hell.
Well, I fucked that one up. I think I went Everton like 2-0 or something in that game. I didn't expect that at all.
My predictions have just gone so awful at the moment. I'm like bottom of like the 8th of us trying to predict now.
I've had a bad week. I put
1-0 Everton. I put 1-1 Palace. Oh, fuck's sake. I put Tottenham Sunderland.
I didn't even do my Joker this week on this one. I didn't do no Joker.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to so I did, yeah, Sunderland 1, Man United Leeds 1-1 as well.
Yeah. Okay. 35 people in here. Please get the likes up. Appreciate that you guys are here. I know there's a lot going on everywhere else as well. Obviously, the game's in half hour as well. But I'm probably going to say let's tie it up here. We don't tend to do match reviews too long. This is just for us to kind of share the team news with you guys, catch up on what we think is going to happen, score predictions or whatever. You all know that the match reaction's a longer one because it always is, and we've got lots to talk about. When we're doing the match reaction, I don't know yet. I've not really thought about it. It's not going to be 9:30, 10, 15. I mean, if I ended up doing it after tonight, it would be like 11, 12 o'clock.
I might have to do it tomorrow.
So it might be tomorrow that we review this game,
Depends
guys.
how bad the game is.
Tomorrow afternoon. But everyone's obviously back to work as well. So that's the other thing that I think of. So, yeah. All right. Anything else that needs to be said?
No, I mean, look, I think we all are on the same consensus that I think we're all hoping. We're all hoping, but we're just going to see what happens, really. Hopefully, Callum can G up his troops and get them going, but we're going to see. But yeah, I'm going for one. I'm hoping 1-1, but I think it's going to be 2-0 to City.
My head will have cooled down by tomorrow. We'll see. We will see. All right, guys, make sure you leave your comments in below. Make sure you hit the thumbs before you leave as well. Like I said, an hour live for you guys on this match preview at the Chelsea. Let's see what happens. Let's see what Callum's got for us, right? Big up, guys. We'll see you for the match reaction very shortly.